So our sutra for this week is Sutra 217. Drastri drasyayoho samyoga heya hetuhu. The cause of that avoidable pain is the union of the seer, Parusha, that's us, and the Prakriti, nature, everything else, the environment we put ourselves in. 216, Ham Dukkha Managaram, right? The pain that has not yet come is avoidable. So this is saying, but that avoidable pain is the cause of how we're reacting to our environment. So it's the anxieties, it's the worries, it's the scenarios that we are creating that don't exist. But that's because of the environment that we're putting ourselves in. The hope would be, the idea would be to come into those spaces so presently that you don't get caught in any forward or past thinking, that there's no chasing or expectation or anticipation or worry, that you're simply present in the moment that you're in and allowing the subtle qualities of that moment to gift you what they're meant to. Very hard to do, you know, whether it's about a relationship or about your kids or about your job, whatever, it's hard not to get caught in that space of, you know, a little bit of worry and a little bit of, oh no, what's going to happen today? But the truth is, everything that we feel is a reaction to something. So we're choosing those reactions, even when it doesn't feel like it. We're choosing to react a certain way. So the cause of that avoidable pain is us and our environment. 218, we'll start to get into the gunas and talk about the qualities of nature, the constituents of nature, and how we then react from all three of these places, from tamas, lethargy, depression, slow, sluggish, rajas, activity, mobility, type A, moving, and then finally that sattva, that space of clarity that allows us to see clearly what we need to see. So, you know, my best advice with these last two sutras are just, as best we can, try to be in that present moment and feel what you're meant to feel in that moment without too much attachment. And if you find yourself spinning in a place of anxiety, which is so rampant as far as how we live and where we are, this anxiousness that builds so much pain and physical sickness, if we feel ourselves beginning to spin in that space, to take a moment. And maybe that moment is to sit. Maybe that moment is to get into the studio and get on your mat. But to take a moment to reset. Because it's very hard once that ball starts rolling to stop it. It really does snowball. And things just grab hold and connect to it. And then everything feels overwhelming. So if you, as you feel that begin to happen, see if you can take a step back. See if you can stop for a moment and just breathe and say, okay, this hasn't happened yet. I don't have to worry about this circumstance or this person right now, in this moment. Let me see what happens. Let me let it play itself out. So, right. It's always practice, right? It's always every day, every moment, really looking at where we are and what we're doing and how we're doing it and trying to stay awake. Shanti.